right, guys, we're back at it again. So at this point, we are working on the exhaust system, or at least the crossover pipe. I know I was kind of avoiding it last time, which is fine. I had to get other stuff done anyways, and I really didn't feel like welding, especially with open stuff, and I didn't feel like getting dirty that day. So we're gonna get at it today. All right, let's do this. All right, these are the studs that came with the kit. They go in that manifold with the turbo bolts onto it, and they're really annoying to screw in. So I'm just gonna cut a slit in it so that I can put it in with a screwdriver. And unfortunately, I only have 2 of these in the kit, so one is missing. I'll just use a bolt for the other one. Okay, there you go. Simple, easy, and this way I can turn it, twist it in, mint. Something like this, something like this. Now it's a fine pipe. That's how it used to sit. I cut in half. So at this point, I need to make this be like that. I'm thinking if I just get a 45 and leave it just a little bit loose, and this has kind of a ball socket here. So I think I will be good on my angles, hopefully. And again, I did the 2 little dots so it doesn't fall down. Another thing is that I don't forget to put the flange on, because that's totally something I do.
Save yourself from yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I got the original left side manifold on, and I finally got my crossover, which I'll just crawl underneath here. Look at that. It just comes up through there, and I got my flange on there. I got my nice pipe. Comes down, wraps around, clears everything. I have to pull it out and weld it. I got this pipe welded up. That's pretty much how it's going to sit in the car. Something like that. Down on that kind of angle. Look at my sweet welds. Awesome. They're kind of just boogery welds. But that's okay. Again, function over form, guys. Function over form. I was going to paint it, but in hindsight, it's just all going to burn off anyways. So I say that's done. Let's put her in. I got the exhaust down there. I just need to put a clamp on it. Doesn't seem to hang down too low. But anyways, that's on. Bolted up. It's tight. Everything seems to clear. The one thing I was worried about, if you look down into here, the clearance on that. Okay, I just don't want to get too close to the relay part of the starter because, well, it would melt it. Meantime, I'm gonna slice this off here, and this is gonna go from a 2.5 inch to a 3 inch. My original plan was just to keep it and just rock it being a 2.5. Well, I've gone way too far with the rest of it, so might as well continue on. Man, okay, note to self. Get the longer blade. No battery. This is what I got laying around the shop. So this is the old exhaust off of my drag truck, and it kind of swooped down like this and sat underneath and looked a little silly. So I'm gonna cut this up because this will never go back on, mainly because 3 inch only flows up to like 500-ish horsepower, and well, the truck's making significantly more than that, and it's good for this project. So after looking at it a little bit, I can't really use this because I have the wastegate flex in there, and I have it kind of on there, and I don't want to deal with this. I'm gonna take this piece somewhere like here, and then I get a nice bung. That cat is, well, hollower than any other hollow cat in the world because exploded and everything exited because two-step. So ideally, I'd like to cut it right about here, right there. So I get my bung for my wideband, because I'm gonna put a wideband on this. I do understand that it has a dent here. It's gotta go like this. There. I fixed the dent. Mohawk on them or something. And then I'm probably gonna cut it right about here somewhere. Turbo's gonna sit here. And then ideally, I'm gonna need another 45 or 90. But for right now, I'd be happy just to have a dump straight down, just straight towards the ground, so I can at least start it and not have it blowing right at the firewall. Send it. Okay, well, you know those really annoying header bolts? Well, it turns out they have a use after all. I don't have anything else, so those are gonna work perfect. And even looks kind of racy. Not too shabby. There, so it's kind of placed in how I want it. Ironically, the fitment in here isn't the greatest. Thought it'd be better than that. 70s awesomeness for you. Hopefully my guesstimations were about right. Place that right about dem there. Not too bad. The only thing I don't like is it does get close to these heater hose lines, but I think I can pull them away. I'm going to remake them anyways. So at this point, I'm just going to line it up how I want it, weld it. So something that always seems to help me when I'm doing exhaust work, something like this, I'll make a mark here like that, right? So I know, okay, that's where it's clocked. I'll also make another mark, say like just a little bit farther down from it, and I'll just make it 2 T's. It's just kind of another indicator for me where it is. So I'm gonna get that tacked, and then that'll be done-ish until I weld it at work, which I don't mind it shooting just right down at the ground. There's nothing there right now. Just a giant hole right there, so if it shoots down at the ground, whatever, for now it's fine. Okay, I'll get that tacked and bolted in. Alrighty, so it is done. You know, exhaust is done for what I'm doing in this shop. I'm gonna finish the exhaust work at my work just because we have a hoist and a tubing bender and all that magical awesomeness to making things work. I'm surprised how little this warped after welding it. I ended up just freaking booger welding it with the flux core just because I felt like it today. I started indexing these spark plugs, but unfortunately I can't get them to exactly how I want. So if you know anything about indexing, that little mark is where the ground is. So I want all those facing up, or at least close to up. This motor, the clearance isn't crazy, but, you know, I'd like to have it right. You know, don't want the pistons touching the spark plug ground electrode. So essentially, like, this is how it is. I make my mark for where the ground is, and if the piston is, if it's this way, for example, the piston comes up and hits this. Well, actually, would be the other way. But anyways, it'll hit this and bend it over. I'm wondering if the pistons have such high compression that it's hitting the spark plug, pushing it over, and causing an issue. I'm gonna have to buy another set of spark plugs, at least another set of 4, just so I can get my indexing correct. Now we're gonna work on fuel system / turbo drain, get that done. Well guys, didn't really get too much done today. Ended up helping Cody out, tuning his truck. We'll do a sweet review on it. I didn't even get that oil drain line done. I had my neighbor come over, he wanted to buy a trans for me, so I sold that to him. In between deburring heads for Ian and loading up that transfer case and just jibber jabbering, I didn't get much done. I think we're gonna end up starting the filming this weekend on I got other stuff. Got a whole nother little thing going on, so look forward to that. So if you guys just like, subscribe, hit that bell, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. See you.